because at least I'll start chit-chatting as far as what we're doing this morning. Pretty much all of it is probably something you've done already. Frank, the walkout push-ups are probably new to you, but I think we've also done that in my regular class a really long time ago. So even though it might be new in YOD, it's probably not quite as new to you as you think it is. So there's that. So integration, right? We do together as a group 3 times. Really, I need to explain this all to Lori if she does come in, but that's okay. I'll do it again if she ends up coming in. Anyway, so integration, 10 lunge backs, 10 side lunges, and 20 seconds of leg lowers, right? So you're doing as many or as little as you want in that 20 seconds. Integration 3 times. And then today is a cash in and cash out. I think Frank did one of these already, so I don't have to explain too much. But cash in we do together. We're doing 10 walkout push-ups and 30 jumping jacks. And then we'll all kind of take that rest for a moment or two before we jump into the 5 rounds that you go at your own pace. The cash in and cash out, I don't count out loud for you, but we kind of still end up being together in a group for it. So 5 rounds of 6 hopovers, 10 chair refly, 10 air squats, 10 cat phrases, 20 bicycles. Repeating that, here she is. Or that might be Becky's thing. Anyway. 5 rounds. And then once you're finished your 5 rounds, you're waiting until I say cash out, and then we'll do that all together. No, that is hard. And then 10 walkout push-ups and 30 jumping jacks again is what we were doing. So we're just going to wait a second because I have a new person to class coming in. She just pulled in. So awesome. But you guys are welcome to jump into child's pose now if you would like to, and give yourself an extra long settling in. Right, exactly. Giving yourselves those couple of moments. And like I said, if you want to look up the playlist at home, it is YOD Summer 2019. It's an old one, but it's a fun one. There's some fun songs on there. Like one I put on when I came in here, and even if you're in child's pose and you're like, stop talking, you can tune me out. No, I'm kidding. Hi. It's Maniac from Flashdance. So whenever you hear that song, you want to like run in place because that's what she does in the movie. Right. Because we're old enough to know that movie, and we want to be like, she's amazing. I totally came in here and did that. I'm such a nerd. It's okay. So anyway, taking those first few moments in child's pose, and I will get you caught up on what we're doing really quick. So I explained to everyone at home, but no worries at all. You'll be fine. No sweat, don't worry about it. So we start with yoga, we end with yoga. We'll do sun salutations just like we did when we were practicing. Usually I start out slower and then I'll kind of pick up the pace a little bit. And then what's on the board is what's like the center of class. So both boards are the same, 10 lunge backs. And so I'll kind of demo everything. Actually, I forgot to do that because of the walkout push-ups, Frank, I wanted to show you. 10 lunge backs, 10 side lunges, 20 seconds of leg lowers. You do that 3 times. And then together as a group, you're counting your reps, but we cash in together, 10 walkout push-ups, 30 jumping jacks. And then we do the 5 rounds at the bottom, 6 hopovers, 10 chair refly, 10 air squats, 10 calf raises, 20 bicycles. If you don't finish the 5 rounds, no worries, right? Because generally once everybody is sort of in the same place, whether that means the majority of us are done or kind of almost there, sometimes I'll just call time and we're going to cash out together the walkout push-ups and jumping jacks again, and then we'll cool down. So while you guys are here kind of chilling for a moment, you're welcome to listen to me or not. So lunge backs sound just like what they say, 10. So 5 on each side. Usually I alternate legs, right? And then the side lunges is kind of similar. When you're stepping out, one leg stays straight, one knee bends, right? So keeping the knees tracking over toes, just like we would in like warrior one and stuff. This will be really good for your glutes, right? So concentrating on that part when you're stepping out, 1 to each side, total of 10. Then our leg lowers for 20 seconds. So it doesn't matter how many you do in that 20 seconds. They'll be on your back, legs are up in the air, you're lowering down. Legs hover, lifting back up. So you might go really slow and you might go faster, right? But the faster you go, the more likely the hip flexors want to take over and you want to keep it in the core. So whether it's going slower, changing your range of motion or bending your knees to keep it here and not down here. Cool. Walkout push-ups, just like they sound. You start at the back of your mat, you take a forward fold, walk your hands all the way out to the top of your mat, find your plank. You'll have to take your hands out a little bit wider. You take your push-up, whether the knees are up or the knees are down. Range of motion in your push-up depends on you, right? So if you feel like you're gonna collapse somewhere, that's where you stop, right? So instead of worrying about coming all the way down to the mat, you might be much smaller, but elbows stay pretty wide. And then you walk back to your fold, come up all the way to stand. Fold, walk out, push up, walk back. Jumping jacks, just like we did when we were kids. And then our hop overs, we are on one side of our mat to start. Hands are on the mat and we're hopping feet over to the other side, right? So you might just clear the mat with your feet. You might have a little drag and that's okay. Or feet might come all the way up toward your glutes. 1 to each side, total of 6. Chair refly, you find that chair pose. Arms start out together and then you open out, squeeze the shoulder blades on the back and come back to the center. 1 or total of 10, right? So this part you're counting your own reps. You're welcome to go as slow, as fast, or as fast as you would like. Air squats, we actually kind of touched on a little bit when we were working, right? So our feet are wide, pressing down into the balls of the feet again, concentrating on the glutes, especially on the way back up. And then calf raises. And I'll be doing this with you. So if you forget something, you can always be like, what was that again? Calf raises, your feet are like 11s, you're lifting up onto the balls of the feet 10 times. You're also welcome to turn toes out, making it more of like a releve, or turn the toes in. And that just kind of works the muscles up the legs a little bit differently when you take it. And then last is bicycles in our rounds. So back to being on our backs, knees up over the hips. And then you're pressing through, thank you, Diana, the heel of the extending leg as you rotate the upper body. So think underarm to knee, not elbow to knee, right? It's not this way, it's like a little twist, right? That's what we're doing. Cool. Child's pose to start. And so if you're already there, you got to be extra long in child's pose, taking a few moments. So we'll just stay for another few breaths. Taking a deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhaling and exhaling. Start to extend your fingertips toward the top of your mat, so making this a little bit more active of a child's pose, right? Fingers spread super wide, starting to find that firmness of planting your palm into the mat. Take a deep breath in, fill up through the back of the body, especially between the shoulder blades. Exhale, let that area soften. And then deep breath in, filling up between the shoulder blades. Breath out, let that area soften. Yeah, and then start to tuck the toes and lift up into your down dog. However you would like to go, right through tabletop or not. Once you're there, keeping that action happening in the hands, fingers spread super wide. Inhale, lifting high on the toes. Exhale, pressing back through the heels. And then maybe start to shift your weight, bending into the right knee and the left as you pedal out the heels a little bit more. And then finding that place of stillness just for a moment, downward facing dog, breathing in, breathing out, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, lift high on the toes. Exhale, press back through the heels. Inhale, lifting high. Exhale, pressing back. Inhale, lift high, look forward, bring your feet up to your hands, finding your ragdoll pose. So a little bit more space between the feet, keeping a bend into the knees for now, right? Maybe so much that your torso meets the thighs. You can grab opposite elbows. Maybe taking a little sway from side to side. Releasing your hands to the mat. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up, tall mountain. Exhale, find your mountain pose, Tadasana. Taking that moment, right? Maybe walking the feet back in if you didn't already. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, shoulders back and down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, tall mountain. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall, sweep all the way back up. Stretch up through the fingertips. Exhale, mountain pose. And then inhale, sweep the arms up tall. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, plant the hands, step it back to your first high plank, top of a push-up. That space between the shoulder blades is pressing up toward the ceiling, drawing the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in, and then lower all the way to the mat on the breath out. Lifting up, finding cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, lift high on the toes. Breath out, press back through the heels. Inhale, lift high, knees bend. Bring your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Inhale, tall, sweep it up. Exhale, fold right back down. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, hands plant, step it back, high plank. Pause for that moment, breath in, and then lower on the breath out. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Lift high on the toes, knees bend, feet to the hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall sweep all the way up, and then bring the hands to the heart, close the eyes. Take a moment to tune back in to your breath, to your energy. And then I'll share with you really quick what I read yesterday to my class. And so I think I might have told you last week that I found myself crying on my mat for the first time a couple of weeks ago. And that's just the way things are, right? But anyway, so a friend of mine shared this quote on Facebook the other day, and I thought it was really fitting. So it says, "You don't always have to be strong. Sometimes you need to scream, cuss, throw shit, or have a really good cry. But you always, always, always need to pull yourself back together and then go back to being the badass you were meant to be." Right? So take those moments as they come, whether it's because you need to let some things go, whether it's through throwing things or crying or cursing. Things happen, whatever it might be. Right? But then let all of that out, unpack some of those things that are creating that space that you're in, and then come back to being you. Letting the thumbs press into the sternum, sternum pressing back into the thumbs. Take a big inhale. Empty it out, exhale. And then blink open the eyes. Inhale, send the arms up, tall mountain. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, step it back, high plank, flow through to your downward facing dog. In down dog, take a big breath in. Take a breath out, and then inhale, send your right leg high, bend the knee, open up the hip. Square the hip, step the right foot up in between the hands. Find your high crescent lunge. Keep a deeper bend into that left knee once you're up. And start to turn the glutes on in that left side, right? Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, hands to the mat, step back, flow through to down dog. And then once in down dog, take a big breath in. And a breath out. Send the left leg high, bend the knee, open up the hip. Squaring the hip, step the left foot forward. Find that balance high on that ball of the back foot, crescent lunge this side. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, hands to the mat. Step back, high to low plank or all the way to the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, lift high on the toes. Breath out, press back through the heels. Inhale, lift high, knees bend, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rising up to chair pose, Utkatasana. Hips back and down. Bring the forearms to touch in front of you. Draw the shoulder blades forward. Open the arms out wide. Find that chair refi. Draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Elbows super wide. Bring the arms back to touch. And then exhale, open it out. Send the arms alongside of the ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, step back. Flow through to down dog. Taking a breath in here and out. Sending the right leg high on your inhale. Stepping forward, warrior one. Rising up, settling in. Take a moment to relax the shoulders. Breath in and out. And then inhale, hands to the mat. Long exhale as you step back and lower. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Left leg sweeps high. Left foot steps forward. Finding your warrior one, coming up on the inhale, settling. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one, inhale, hands to the mat, step back, flow through. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, lift high on the toes, bend into the knees, top of the mat. Halfway lift, fold. Back to your chair pose. And then forward fold, last flow. Halfway lift, inhale, chaturanga, exhale or step back, lower down, lift up, down dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Warrior one on your breath in, and then warrior two on your breath out. Inhale, reverse, and then exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, flow. You got this. Take a breath in. Take a breath out, left side. Inhale, send that leg high. Exhale, step forward. Warrior one on your breath in. Warrior two, breath out. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to the mat. Staying here for 3 breaths, whether it's down dog or child's pose. Take those few moments for yourself to settle back in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, big breath in. Full breath out. And then inhale, lift high on the toes, bend into the knees, top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall, sweep all the way up And then exhale to your mountain pose. Ready? Woo! It's another Saturday, another woohoo. Why did we come? No, we love this. It's great. I try not to pick one. Again, I feel like every week there's something hurting on me. And I'm like, I tried not to pick a thing that hits these things. And for me, it's my shoulders, but that's also because I shoveled the other day. And so I still feel it there, but I'm like, the only thing is the push-ups really. And the chair refly some. I just can't not pick some. It's just, there's everything hits everything all the time. There is no way to not. Oh, well, it's fine. Anyway, so starting your playlist, if you're playing it, getting ready for our lunge backs, top of the mat, finding that space. We'll alternate legs, go a little bit slower. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Finding your stance for your side lunges. Stand in the center of the mat to start. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All the way down to the mat. Tuck your hands under your tailbone. Legs start up in the air. 20 seconds of leg lowers. Go. Keep it in the core. Keep drawing the belly down to the mat. Last second. And release it. Come back up to stand. Round 2, integration. Back to our lunge backs. Right, keeping that stance short. Knees and hips stacking. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Into your side lunges. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All the way down to the mat. 20 seconds. Leg lowers. And go. Two, 1. Release that out. Last round. Integration. Setting up for lunge backs. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side lunges. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Down to the mat. Last set of leg lowers. 20 seconds. Go. I almost timed that perfectly with this song. And done. Take a breath. Take a drink. Then we're jumping right into our cash in. Whew. Remember, walkout push-ups start as a forward fold at the back of your mat. Take that full fold, walk out, come back up to stand. Cash in, go. Whew, we haven't done these in a while. You know you want to do it. I can't do anything else that she does in that dance except for like she like slides on the floor or something. I love the 80s. Whew. Take a breath. 5 rounds, 6 hop overs, 10 toe refly, 10 air squats, 10 calf raises, 20 bicycles. Go. Don't hop into each other. Yes. Ready? We'll pick up the pace later. Pretty sure I'm on round 6. I see everybody at home is still working, so I'm like, I have to fit in another. Is that you done now? You're like, awesome. All right. We'll go for about another minute. Wherever you're at, just keep going. If you're done, standing, shaking out the arms, bringing that heart rate back down a little bit. Just the best for chinchilla. Whew. Don't warm down too much or cool down too much. Cool down. Getting ready to cash out. 10 walkout push-ups, 30 jumping jacks. Go. Whew, yes. Lay back up. It is when you guys are all in the studio and we used to like, we'll dance for you when I'm down. I just can't. All right, they went back to shut off the music. All good. Bring out the arms. Walk around a little bit. Whew. We are good on time. Whew. Start to be a little more deliberate in your breath, right? As you start to slow down your movements and find your way into a mountain-like pose, but feel free to still kind of shift around a little bit. Start to take longer breaths in and out. Inhaling, exhaling. Taking the shoulders with you on the next breath in, roll them up. Exhale, rolling them back. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders back. Finally coming to a little bit of stillness, close the eyes as long as you don't feel too dizzy. Bring the hands back in front of the heart. And then on your next breath in, open the eyes, slowly inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Slowly fold all the way forward. If you're dizzy for any reason, back out of it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall sweep all the way back up. Exhale, back to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Same thing, moving slow, be super mindful if you feel dizzy. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, bow all the way forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall, rise back up, sweeping all the way up. Exhale, back to your mountain pose. Taking one arm, crossing it over in front, stretching out the shoulder and the back just a little bit. And then that same arm, take it up behind the head, grabbing that elbow, pulling it down. Try not to press the head too far forward. And then releasing that out, switching to the other arm, same thing. And then taking it up behind the back, grabbing that elbow, pulling it down, keeping the neck long. Releasing the arms back to your sides. Inhale, sweep up tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands plant, step back and flow through to down dog, or just come right to down dog. Once you're there, taking a big breath in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Sending that right leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Square the hip, step forward up in between the hands, find your low lunge, left knee to the mat. Adding that cushioning if you need it. Both arms go up, inhale. Both hands come behind the back. Exhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart up, breathing in. Breathing out. Next inhale, releases the arms back alongside of the ears. Exhale, take the hands to the mat, shift back, straighten the right leg. And backing out of your half split enough that you can bring the right knee to meet the left and come into tabletop pose, wrist under, shoulders, knees under, hips. Inhale, drop the belly down. Exhale, round the spine up. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat round. And let's stay here. We'll take thread the needle. Left arm goes up, inhale. And then left arm threads under the right, exhale. And then slowly start to press up onto that right hand. Send the left arm back up, inhale. Left hand down, exhale. Staying here, one more pose before we do the other side. Right leg goes back, left arm goes forward, spinal balance, draw the belly in with the option of staying or reaching back for a bind, getting that little bit of a quad stretch and a little bit of a back bend. Breathing in, release it on the exhale. Everything back down to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift it up, downward facing dog. Big breath in, full breath out. Left leg goes high, knee bends, stack the hips. And then square the hips, step the left foot up in between the hands. Right knee to the mat. Low lunge, both arms up, inhale. Stay here, exhale. Breathing in, and then take the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart up. And then releasing the arms. And then down to the mat, shift back, straighten the left leg, flex the toes. Then moving out of that half split just enough to bring the left knee back under the hips, back to our tabletop pose. Inhale, cow, drop the belly down. Exhale, cat round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then coming back to that neutral spine, thread the needle, right arm goes up. And then threading it under. And start to press back up onto that left hand. Inhaling, your right arm goes up. Exhale, right hand to the mat, taking our spinal balance on this side. Left leg goes back, right arm extends forward, reaching in opposite direction. Staying or taking a bind. Even if you can't take the bind, you can always reach back and bend that left knee. Right, that'll activate your glutes a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, release it. Everything to the mat. Take the knees wide, sink the hips to the heels. Child's pose. Walking the fingertips over to the right side of your mat. They're coming off of the mat. Taking a little bit more of a stretch through the left side of the body. And walking the hands through the center and then over off the sides of the left side of your mat. And walking the hands back through the center, lift up, downward facing dog. Taking a breath in and taking a breath out. Inhale, right leg goes high, bend the knee, open up the hip. Staying here where you can circle ankles, wiggle toes, or flipping your dog. Slow to unflip, right leg extends high. Pigeon pose, bring that right knee up behind the wrist, dropping the shin down to the floor. And then going wherever you need to go, right? You might stay up, you might add quad stretches in here, or just relax. Last breath here. Coming up onto the hands, moving into our twist. So dropping down to that right hip, bring the back leg around to cross over the right leg. Left hand behind, inhale, send the right arm up. Exhale, twist. And then unwinding, counter twist the other way. Unwinding from that, uncross the legs, bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open. And then bringing the knees together. Cross the ankles, rock forward, back to your down dog. Once you're there, take a deep breath in. And a breath out. Send the left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Staying here or flipping. Slow to unflip, left leg extends back up to the ceiling. Left knee comes forward, pigeon pose, the side. And our last breath here, in and out. Start to come back up onto the hands. Same transition down to the left hip, bring the back leg around. Setting up for your twist, right hand behind, inhale, twisting, exhale. And then counter twist to the other side. And unwinding, uncross the legs, come all the way down onto your back. We'll come back into our bound angle, but this time recline. So once you're down, soles of the feet together, knees open, eyes closed. Couple of options. You're welcome to stay right here or take a restorative bridge pose or some other back bend. Or you can start to bring the knees together and take the legs up into the air for an inversion. Whatever you think would be the most calming, unless you need that burst of energy and a bigger back bend or a more intensive inversion, you're welcome to do that. And if you went into a bigger back bend, starting to come out of it, everyone starting to come back down to the mat. Once the feet hit the floor, right? If you took like a shoulder stand and you'd fish pose, please take that in between. You might take happy baby if you went somewhere else. And bringing the knees together, arms out to a T. We'll take our final twist, knees over to the left. And bring the knees up and over to the right. And coming back to the center, knees to the chest, forehead to the knees, last big squeeze in, and then exhale, relax into Shavasana. And start to bring awareness back to your breath. Making small movements with fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles, stretching everything out like you just woke up. And then hugging everything in, rolling all the way over to one side. And then slowly pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Letting the eyes stay closed. And while you're here, taking a moment to roll out the wrists. And switching direction. And letting the arms relax by your sides. Eyes stay closed on your breath in. Sweep the arms all the way out and up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of the heart and back by your side. Inhale, circle the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pausing here, coming back to our intention. And taking one more breath together in and out. The light in me honors, acknowledges, and sees the light in each and every one of you. Thank you so, so much for spending part of Saturday with me. Together, we'll seal class with a bow and namaste. Namaste. Thank you.
Great class, Fran. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you so
Namaste.
much. Namaste. Thank you for a great class.
Namaste. You're welcome.
Thanks for getting us
Thank
through
you.
February.
Bye.
You're welcome.